All right, Jeff Zimmerman with the one and only, the most interesting man in boxing, Keith one-time Thurman. How you doing, champ?
Doing good, man. Behind on my schedule. So I got to pump out the steady state while I knock out some interviews and get people excited for this matchup coming October 25th.
Yeah, man. Listen, we spoke back when you were in Australia. I might have been one of the few US media guys to maybe get a hold of you back then before your Brock Jarvis fight. You took care of business then, and now you're fighting for a world title. Talk about that.
I mean, this is where champions belong, baby. You know, at 36 years old, I mean, what am I going to do, you know, taking the easy route? I was hoping to actually get the zoo fight this summer. That was the whole reason why we went to Australia. I mean,
Right.
besides the fact that it was the first fight offer that I got that paid dollars after my injury, my bicep tear in 2024. So, with no proposals on U.S. soil, what am I to do? I'm a yes man. I take the fights that are presented to me. I was presented with Brock Jarvis. I was happy to go over there. This is not the sport of boxing. This is the world of boxing. And so it's amazing, man. The child in me, the little boy in me who first laced up his gloves at 7 years old was happy to go overseas and to showcase my skills and talent and to be in front of those Aussie fans. And I was hoping to build up a great fight with Tim Tszyu that summer. I agreed to fight him in Australia, but his management team opted this summer to take the rematch clause policy against Fundora. Maybe they didn't like the power that they saw on display over there in Aussie land. So they thought they were going to have an easier fight. And clearly it was not. And so with Tszyu out of the picture, Thurman's a big thinker when it comes to the world of boxing. And I'm ready to do great things, always anticipating the next move. You got to see, boxing is like chess, you got to watch how the pieces move on the board and you got to analyze them before you attack. And I was presented with the world title shot. How could I say no? I think this is a great fight to do here, to do now. Of course, Fundora wants to upgrade his resume with somebody of my caliber, with my stats. Even though I'm moving up from the welterweight division, his resume is not quite, he doesn't have the plethora of elite names on his resume. So I'm pretty sure his team said, let's get Thurman now. Let's do it. He's 36 years old. He's a lot smaller than my guy. My guy's strong. He dominated Tim Tszyu. They got to be rolling with that momentum. They got to be rolling and steaming, believing that they have the greatest fighter right now at 154. And, I'm here to throw a wrecking ball into their vision. And that's what October 25th is all about for me.
Nobody is lining up to fight the towering inferno, Mount Fundora, as you called him. And here you are, man, Keith. You've had bad luck, you've had inactivity, you've had injuries, and you got a lot of naysayers out there as well. What I mean, that drive is undescribable.
The funny thing is most people don't know ish about boxing. You know, you know what you've seen of Keith Thurman. You don't know Keith Thurman. I've been in the ring with world champions since I was 16 years old. I'm talking about Jeff Lacey, Winky Wright, Antoine Echols, Chad Dawson, Andre Berto. Okay? I've been living this life. I tell you people all the time, you watch this. I live this. You keep watching this. I keep living this. The Sean Porter podcast, they were scratching their heads. They said, when is Thurman going to get old? How old is he now? Is he old yet? 36? When is he going to get old? I age like fine wine. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And that's what I'm bringing into the ring. It's not just my one punch, Keith one-time Thurman power, but it's the knowledge of the sport that I know Fundora has not seen. Tim Tszyu does not exude boxing IQ. He's a tough guy. He's a rough guy. And you made him stop. You made him quit. You hit him with a 1-2. You put him on his butt. I understand. I understand you're feeling yourself right now, Fundora. But like I told the people, oh, he's been stopped before. He's been rocked before. He's been dropped before. And when I get my hands on him, he's going to remember what it felt like to be in a bad place, to be in a bad situation. I'm always waiting for that next fight. I'm always waiting for that next contract. But as soon as they sign it, in my heart, in my mind, they don't even know that they've already made a mistake. Like Ali
What did
said, I'm gonna show you how great I am. At 36, I told you guys this is the comeback of Keith One Time Thurman. That's what 2025 is all about. And now I'm doing it, and I have an opportunity to prove it come October 25th.
what's it going to take, Keith, to knock down that tree, man? Because you're right, he did get knocked out by Mendoza, that one punch, but he's been boxing a little bit more, trying to leverage that reach. But you're going to have to get in the fire, go in the fire, or you're looking to put on a boxing lesson.
Of course, we got to get close enough to hit the man. We got to get in the fire, you know? When you look back at his last fight, which he was the dominant factor, but you look back at right before Tim Tszyu quit, I think the 7th round was Tim Tszyu's best round. I think he was all over the highlight reel. Left hook, boom. Overhand rights, boom. Because Fundora has a old bad habit of letting people get too close. He's comfortable on the inside when people theoretically believe he should be comfortable on the outside. And we all know boxing theory, okay? His head might be up here. At least his chin is down here, people, okay? At least his head might be up here. I might not get a temple shot, but at least his chin is down here. That helps me a little bit, you know? I'm looking at my target, what I really need to hit, where I really need to focus. But if you know boxing, how do you chop down a tree? You go to the body. You go to the body. Look at the films. Has anybody really dug? Has anybody really dug into Fundora's body? I've yet to see it. I've yet to see it. And, the name's One Time for a reason. There's going to be an opportunity for me to get a great headshot or a great body shot as we keep up with the pressure, as we sit in the heat, as we burn in the fire. Because luckily for me, he's rough, he's tough, but he's a little bit of a sloppy Joe. It's not Floyd Mayweather we're fighting. This is not Pernell Whitaker. He's no ballerina. It's not the prettiest of the pretties, you know? But he keeps grinding. He keeps pressing. And he's been a dominant force so far. Hey, what can I say? We're going to Vegas, baby. I'm a bet on myself.
Hey man, can't wait. And I know you got a lot of fans out there. All my interviews with you, man, they just blow up. But there's a big before your fight, there's another big fight coming up this weekend. I asked you about it back in March, and the first thing you said to me, I wish I was in Crawford's camp to kind of see what was going on out there. We've seen Crawford, man. He looks like a new man, just massive, at least upper body. What are your thoughts on what he looks like today? And give me your bloop, 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 and break down this fight.
The reason why I said that is because, you know, it's so easy to doubt. It's so easy to say, this is impossible. Thurman can't beat that guy. Crawford can't beat that guy. You know, it's easy. It's the first thing that comes to a lot of people's minds. But for me, it's about the preparation. It's about the game plan. It's about the strategy. And of course, overall skill set. But to say that Crawford does not possess a skill set that may be capable, you got to keep a little bit of an open mind, people. You know, we've never seen we've never seen this. You know, like he's moving up really fast, lots of weight classes. He's double jumping double weight classes to make this fight happen. You know, there's a lot of money on the table. It's so easy to say, oh, he's doing it for the money. He might be. But wait, what if he's doing it for legacy? Did you guys forget about legacy? Of course, money makes the world go round. But it's the legacy of a man that we remember. And I just understand Crawford. I understand him as a fighter, as somebody who wants to prove what they're truly capable of, who wants to take on the toughest challenges with no hesitation. Not like back in the day. No, you come back down, Canelo. We can fight at 160. You don't like 160? Oh, we can fight at 162. He didn't bring in those negotiations, and he could have.
Right.
Remember what Floyd did to Canelo? Hey, listen, people. Listen to me for a second. Do you remember what Floyd did to Canelo? That was a catch weight. He took advantage of his status and of the opportunity that Canelo was going to have to bring it down a little bit more in his favor. Boxing is just an interesting sport, man. It's a very interesting sport. It's one of a kind. We got deep roots. This is a historic sport. And what I love about being in boxing today is making today's history. History is always in the making. History will be spoken after, but it's really in the making. And I think that's just what's so beautiful about the times that we live in today, man. You know, with technology, everything with AI, however people feel, you know, there's just a lot happening. This is all history in the making. But when it comes to boxing, I mean, they're doing it for the fans. Canelo didn't want this fight. Canelo was tired of fighting welterweights. He beat up Amir Khan, and you know, people are like, "What are you doing fighting Amir Khan?" You know, if Canelo drops Crawford, are you surprised? If Canelo was to land a big punch and stop him, are you really surprised? Canelo's been a big puncher. So to me, the eyes aren't really on Canelo. The eyes are all on Crawford. Like Tupac said, all eyes on me. And when you have all eyes on you in a big, beautiful sport like the world of boxing, and there's people that are not even big boxing fans, and they're getting pulled into the action, you know? Because thanks to Jake Paul, we got celebrity boxing. And to me, Crawford Canelo is celebrity boxing within the world of boxing. And pick who you want to pick, hop into the fight, and let's just all enjoy a night of history.
Who does Keith one time Thurman pick the week of the fight? Who if you had to just
Now, I favor Canelo because of his experience, but knowing knowing Crawford and his amateur pedigree, and knowing that he can work behind the double jab, he can work behind the triple jab. The thing is, we've never seen him move his body with that extra weight for 12 rounds.
mm,
Is he going to be able to be agile? Is his defense going to hold up? You know, Is his legs gonna, what is he gonna do with his legs? People think he's just gonna run. I think he's gonna play, I think he's gonna try to outdo Canelo at Canelo's game, which is lean in, lean out. Lean in, lean out. Be evasive. Be evasive, step in, boop, boop, and capitalize with the quick hands, because Crawford's hands will be faster than Canelo's. So, hey, man, let's see. I favor Canelo Alvarez, but my heart is in the corner of my amateur brethren back in the Olympic trials where we both competed. To see those young men become great men. I'm so proud of my brethrens. You know, I love the entourage of just the list, the plethora of young, talented athletes that I grew up with. And to be amongst their names on the world-class stage, I mean, I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of them, man. And for me and my Olympic year, Crawford is one of those fighters. So I favor Canelo, but I'm in Bud's corner, hoping to see a great fight.
Let me ask you this, Keith. Let's say Bud gets by Canelo. You take care of business on the 25th of October. One time versus Bud, another super fight.
A super fight, you know, the begotten fights, the forgotten fights. People forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was on me. I fumbled the ball. It was in my hands. It slipped back in 2019. I'm trying to pick it up, people. Back in 2019, Thurman had a fumble. I wasn't supposed to lose to Manny Pacquiao. That was on me. I let the fight be too close. I let the moment slip away. Tick, tock, tick, tock. But you ask me, man, Thurman versus Crawford, it can happen if he wins. It can happen if he loses. It can happen if it's a draw. Because once upon a time, for those who remember, I know you got short memories watching TikTok these days. For those who remember, there were three undefeated champions. Errol Spence, Bud Crawford, Keith one-time Thurman. Go watch the old interviews on ESPN when Crawford told them to their face, Thurman's a tougher fight than Spence. Go watch the old videos. I'm not just saying my name because I like it, okay? Respect. We know each other, you know? And if he's got it in him to keep picking up big checks and to make some of the most exciting fights in the sport of boxing, and of course, I must get through the towering inferno come October 25th. I have to show you what greatness in motion looks like. That you can't just, you just can't say, oh, it's a new age, it's a new era. It's transitioning. We're going into it for sure. But has the new age fully taken over yet? Your man Keith one-time Thurman, we're gonna find out. Because he gets past me, they're gonna say we're ushering in a new era. Otherwise, we still got some old dogs who are ready to get in the ring that still got a big bite. I promise.
Keith, let me get you. I know you're working out. I got a couple quick ones for you. You mentioned Mayweather. You mentioned celebrity boxing. Two of the biggest names in boxing history, Tyson, Mayweather. Are you for it? I mean, does it even hit your radar? What do you think?
I mean, it's where we're at today. So like we already talked about it, celebrity boxing matches, you know? I mean, I think a lot of people just want to support Tyson more than Mayweather. And Mayweather's used to that, you know? It looked like Mayweather was trying to scuffed up the Roy Jones Jr. They were
Right.
beefing online for a little bit, right? Because Roy doesn't get Floyd no credit. He says he's not the greatest ever. He might be one of the richest ever, outside of Canelo Alvarez's new contract, 400 million. But Floyd might be one of the richest ever, and one of the best of maybe his generation. But not everybody is sold on TBE. Not everybody is sold on the best ever. And that's the way that Floyd has always perceived himself, with great respects. He has self-image is very important. And that's the way he perceives himself. So I remember a little bit of that online beef. Looks like nothing has manifested. And I think Floyd is just doing the next best thing, because I believe Mike has also shared some of the same views as Roy Jones Jr. You know, he's like, he's not greater than Ali. I don't care if he was undefeated. He was never greater than Ali. Ali's the greatest. Ali's the GOAT, you know? And, they got a little bit of, old man beef, a little bit of, you know, the men with the gray hairs, they want to duke it out, 2-minute rounds, exhibition fight. And the world wants to know, what does it look like for Floyd to just block a Mike Tyson punch? Forget getting hit clean in the face. Like, a lot of people want to see it though. Ooh, a lot of people want to see Mike Tyson punch Floyd Mayweather. But still, we just want to see, what does that look like? The size difference. Obviously, Floyd's going to be faster. He's going to be agile. When he's on the inside and he tries to hold like he did in his division, it's not going to be easy to just wrap up Mike Tyson. He's such a bigger man. So, I don't know. It's not completely my cup of tea, if I'm being honest, but this is entertainment. This is entertainment, people. If you like it, watch it. If you don't like it, go do something else Saturday night.
Did Floyd duck you, Keith? Do you believe he ducked you?
No, is this a real question?
Well, back when you were champ, WBA, and I mean, he was a super champ.
Yeah, how about back when I was the mandatory and he was the champion? Let's do real history book studies tonight, people. Let's go back into the real history books. Wherein Keith one-time Thurman defeated Diego Chavez and then was ranked number 1 in the top 10. Now, when I beat Diego Chavez, Floyd Mayweather was not the champion. Okay. But listen to me for a minute. The champion's name was Paulie Malignaggi. You remember Paulie? I know you couldn't have forgot about Paulie already, okay? There was a champion. His name was Paulie Malignaggi. He got defeated. I scored a draw. I understand why he was really upset. But the judges saw it differently. And he got defeated to a fighter named Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is now the new WBA champion, while Keith Thurman is the interim champion. Because when I fought Diego Chavez, that was Paulie Malignaggi's mandatory. You don't have to thank me, Paulie. You were there. You were commentating. I handled the business for you, my friend. Okay? Then he lost the title. So I don't need to fight Paulie because I'm one step under the title. I was young. I was hungry. I'm ready to know what it tastes like, what it feels like to be champion of the world. Adrian Broner goes to fight who? Marcos Maidana. One of the biggest upsets of the year. Adrian Broner was declared to be the next young rising star who they were calling the next Mayweather. His skill, his prestige, his slickness, his speed, coming from Cincinnati, Ohio. They had him highly rated. And the dog, the beast, the Argentinian, Maidana, came in with a brutal upset. I was on the undercard. I fought that night. So, Maidana gets paraded on his coach's shoulders. And what do? They crowned him. They put a crown on his head that night as if he was king for beating Adrian Broner. And that's when Floyd Mayweather ends up fighting Marcos Maidana. To a very close fight. Maidana fought a tough fight. He fought a tough fight. I don't even know how it got to be like that because I saw him get outboxed easily by Devin Alexander at his first fight at 147. But somehow, some way, maybe Floyd just underestimated the wild bull of a man that Maidana was at the time. And so the fight was so entertaining. Floyd did a rematch. That time, he clearly outboxed Maidana. He didn't lay on the ropes. He didn't let so many big overhand rights come in. And it was a clear showing that Floyd got the second fight. That was only 2 of his rematches throughout his whole career, 50-0. 2 rematches. So now, where is Floyd? He is the reigning welterweight WBA champion of the world. Where was I? I was taking fights and I was maintaining position as the #1 contender. And there was a phone call. There's a phone call I never got. And it was to fight Floyd. Somehow, never got the phone call. But wait, Thurman got another phone call. On that phone call, I was talking to a reporter like yourself. He said, "Hey, Keith, how are you doing today?" I said, "I'm good, my man. What would you like to talk about?" He says, "Can you please tell me, how does it feel to be the WBA welterweight champion of the world? For you have been elevated." I said, "Elevated? What do you mean?" They said, "You're the champion of the world." I learned this on a phone call. I'm telling you, facts, people, facts. I learned that I'm champion of the world thanks to a phone call. I said, "Well, so what happened to the real champion of the world?" "No, Floyd's not champion of the world. He is the dun, 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 super champion." I said, "Does it come with a cape? What the hell is a super champ?" But Thurman, you're the regular champion of the world. What's regular about being champion of the world? I was confused, people. Luckily, we have Google. I had to look up what a super champ was. And in the fine print, right in the paragraph, you could read that super champions are not obligated to fight mandatories. Is it ducking? This is what we call politics, people. I don't know if Floyd ever voted for Trump, but he definitely knows how to play some politics. And it's something that happened. And there was a moment I felt like, as a young aspiring champion, you want these moments in life, But I'm a fighter that waits, who's patient, who's methodical, who believes in a higher power, and that doors will open in life. And in 2019, I got a legend in the ring, Manny Pacquiao. And we had a legendary fight, people. If you have not seen Thurman versus Pacquiao, go watch the fight. It was beauty in motion. The only thing I regret is that my hand was not raised. Every beat of my heart was so grateful for that moment. That's what I live for. That's what I sweat for, people. That's what I've taken 100,000 punches for. It was for that night, a night just like that. Unfortunately for me and my career and the story that is Keith One Time Thurman, that happened to be my first defeat. And so far, my only defeat. So who would have knew? I was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu. Boom, here goes a bicep tendon 2 weeks before the fight. And now, right back where the fumble happened, people, where the fumble happened, right back in the same arena, the MGM Grand Garden Arena, on October 15th, Keith Thurman will be competing for his 3rd world title against Sebastian Fundora. And luckily, you guys forget a lot of things. I get punched in the head for a living, but you forget a lot of things, people. But that's okay, because with my performance, you will remember what Keith Thurman brings to the ring, what Keith Thurman brings to the sport, and the beauty of boxing in today's generation. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Like I said, history in the making is now.
Hey, Keith, man, first off, having you in the sport makes the sport 100 times better. Just what you
I'm the
bring to it
secret sauce, baby.
in the
I'm the
ring,
secret
outside of
sauce.
the ring. Yeah,
Come on.
the
Somehow,
secret
I
sauce.
know. I know. I told you in 24. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. I bring a lot more, people. It's not just talk. This is IQ. Knowledge is power. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. I'm gonna turn 37. I'm turning 37 November 23rd. We're about to be 30 years in the game. You can't get a steak to be more marinated. You don't get well aged. You don't get fine wine like this, baby. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to perform, and I'm looking forward to doing bigger and better things. But it all starts here. It all starts now with Fundora.
I won't see you in Vegas. I heard you're not going to be out there this weekend for the fight, but enjoy the fight. And I hope to catch up with you before, you still got some time. I guess next month, hopefully we'll catch up again.
Oh yeah, we can wrap up a little bit more right before the fight. Hype it up some more, people.
There you go. Keith, man, you're the best. Good luck.
Thank you. Take care, Jeff.
All right, brother.